So you're welcome to Pro Transfers. Today, Pantan Fabrizio is not here, so you have me, Kelvin, and Andante over here. The reason why we are here is because the team's going for the Club World Cup. Today is the deadline, 10th of June. Is the deadline for those teams going for the Club World Cup to sign some players before the tournament begins itself. There will be a window where it will be reopened, but for now, they want to cancel everything before they move on to the knockout stages. So the big clubs like Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, PSG, they are in a hurry to sign players or finalize some players before the tournament begins. So Adante, it's been a while since you came to Pro.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Kumasi, been roaming. Yeah, so I went to Kumasi for a while, and I passed through Accra. I went to Togo. I was
Why
exploring.
you a dealer?
I was exploring, so I went to Togo, then I went to Benin, then I stayed in Nigeria, then I came. So last week, as I come, that be when I come fresh. So now Nigeria ice block go me home. Yeah. But you guys, my question will be and frame will be and shame Charlie. I didn't mean come home.
The what challenge did you come? The Champions League final.
At that time, I was still there.
You were still in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Mon sorry. Na me Ghana ni bi man na. Mon hwehwem you.
So the place you go, what did you go do? Football content.
Football like that. This one there was just going to explore and stuff. And to see some opportunities there. So I mean, we will talk more about that next time. Yeah.
Okay. So Adante will lead the way. We are going to be talking about the transfers that are happening right now. Those that are going to happen in a few weeks' time. So we can start with it.
Yeah. So when you talk about the Club World Cup, we know Real Madrid, we can't even start this thing without them. Okay. I hear say them sign one player, Abdullah Uzani, and you being very adept in when it comes to these kind of players. You can tell us a little bit. He's a 16-year-old player, I understand from my ass.
Yes.
Why would Madrid go for a player like that? I mean,
honestly, I don't get why Madrid are signing a lot of attacking midfielders. The guy is an attacking midfielder. You have Ada Goulet as an attacking midfielder. They're almost signing Mastantuono as well, who is an attacking midfielder. But the difference here is that this guy is right-footed. And he's 16 years. He's coming from the Ayas youth team. He never played for the first team. So they might send him to the Castilla. That's the only advantage here.
That basically, I think that's what I was thinking. That Madrid won't sign him, then take him go loan. Or they give him to a feeder club and then see what he can do. Yesterday, you guys talked about Bellingham. I was following
Joe Bellingham.
Yeah. So we have Bellingham number 1 and number 2. He's trying to follow his brother's footsteps.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit cringy about that. Sometimes he could have also tried his own, career path and all that. But he's going to Dortmund. Yeah, before they go for the Club World Cup. What do you think about that?
Then they play the same way. What the way they play. See, Bellingham said their father taught them that for you to be a proper midfielder, you need to learn how to play as a number 6. You also learn how to play as a number 8. And you also learn how to play as a number 10. So that's why them start the way the number 22 as them did Birmingham City. So they play similar. Although Bellingham get a skill set ahead of him small, they play the same way. And I think he following his brother's footstep would kind of like introduce him to the world where they accept him like his brother played. But he doesn't want to be in his brother's shadows. That's why he has Job at his back, not Bellingham. Yeah, they play the same way. So it's a good move for him. He's going to play Champions League. He's already going to register for the Club World Cup as well. So he's a very good player for Dortmund.
I see. Dortmund stands to lose Gittins to Chelsea.
Charlie. Bruno Gittins, he's a very good player. But is he the player Chelsea want to change? To change their left wing role. You are losing Mudryk. I know Bruno Gittins, he be advantage. Like he's far ahead of Mikhailo Mudryk. He has proven himself in Europe, unlike Mikhailo Mudryk, who was playing at Shakhtar Donetsk. For Bruno Gittins, he lacks some things that I don't see. That's supposed to be in a left winger. You're coming to the Premier League, right? He doesn't have the pace that I want. You understand? But it's not, honestly, it's not about what I want to do. It's about what Chelsea wants.
I think that is it. What Chelsea wants.
Yes.
Chelsea lacks wingers who can take players on. I think after Hazard, they've not gotten that, explosive, that electric winger who can take defenders on, create spaces for them. You get it? Yeah. They had Pedro Neto, even Sancho, when he came to the left wing. Sancho would touch and pass,
Yeah.
touch and pass. When he gets space, even he doesn't even want to shoot.
Yeah.
But I checked something about this Gittins guy.
Yeah, he takes a lot of shots. I
Exactly.
see it.
And then his dribbling too, his 1v1s.
Yeah.
I think that I stand to be corrected, but he has most dribbles in the Bundesliga.
Really?
Yeah, the last time I checked, as I
was
hear the story, I think about 2 weeks ago, when I heard Gittins to Chelsea, when the rumors was coming, at that time, Yildiz, they were looking for Yildiz and then Gittins, and I checked the top dribblers. Yildiz is in Syria, the top dribblers in Syria, and Yildiz was among the first two as at then, and then Gittins was topping that the most successful dribbling in Bundesliga.
Wow.
So it means that Chelsea are looking for that trait in all the wingers that they are going to look for. They are not really looking for goal. They need someone who can, because they're meeting a lot of low block size. EPL, the feeder teams or the lower teams, anytime they meet you, they change their identity and then they want to defend.
Yeah.
You get it. So you need someone who can break the low block. And that is what Gittins offers. You get it. So I believe maybe your people, Chelsea, would want that.
They are not one people.
Yeah, still on Chelsea. They are looking for Mike Mayer, and I think they are stalling with it.
What are they doing with this, Charlie? Just sign the guy. They don't, but I get it too. They don't want to sign a player who is almost 30. He'll be 30 this year, right? Mm-hmm. And he also has only a year on his contract. They don't want to pay more than 15 million for Marc Maignan. And AC Milan, they are looking to extort Chelsea. That's what they want to do. But I don't think
Chelsea will not fall for it. Nah, bro.
And the player will go to Chelsea, I think.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he might not meet the deadline. They might sign him after. So you are waiting for that. My Maignan to Chelsea, I think it's a very good deal. The guy is a very good goalkeeper. Those keepers at Chelsea, Charlie, if your team wants to win something, then for sack them all, them more than shan't. Unless my Maignan can't save you squad.
I see. Over the weekend, we celebrated Salah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to one Muslim brothers in my country. So Al Hilal, they are in the news. They have been tensioning a lot of guys. Al Hilal check like that big man who moves to your girl and then like Obana BBR says, how do you know?
Oh, there be.
So that kind of thing. Like, I mean, I know a friend like that. Like, yeah, it's not me, like a friend who,
are you sure?
Yeah, who was tensioned by a big man, very serious one. Yeah, so yeah, Al Hilal is in the news. They actually approached Theo Hernandez, and your man rejected the deal. So Angelino from Roma. They are trying to see if they can get a deal for him. Do you think it's possible? Well, they need him for the Club World Cup too. Let's not forget, Al Hilal is repping the Club World Cup.
They've been struggling with a left back option. They tried to sign Alex Telles. It didn't really go well when he came there. They wanted Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez, for some period, I thought he was the best left back in the world. Right now, I don't know what's going on at AC Milan. They just want to ship out their players. So Angelino is also one of the players that I thought had prospects when he was at RB Leipzig. I even wanted him to come to Barcelona because he's a very good, in terms of attacking, he'd be very good pass. So Angelino going to Al Hilal will be a good addition for the team as in the good club because they need more experience. Angelino, he get experience, so he's not really good like that, but he get experience. They move from club to club. But if they can get him, because it's AS Roma. AS Roma. And AS Roma against Al Hilal. Al Hilal get money. If they are willing to pay, he will go easily.
Yeah, exactly. So still Al Hilal, they want Bruno.
Bruno rejected them.
Yeah, so
but Bruno, what is wrong?
Why? He won't make him stay for
Charlie, why you are United? Al Hilal is calling you. What are you doing that?
No,
it's not like for a player like Bruno Fernandes, when he finds himself, then still go call our national team, then still go call him.
Yeah.
So what did he do? Like Charlie, just go take money. What you go do, man? You then top 15 again.
But he sees it as his responsibility. That's players like that.
Sake of he be captain.
Yeah, and then he doesn't want to leave the ship as it becomes sealed. Then you see that kind of thing. There are some players who think like that. So your man, basically, if he rejects him, he thinks that it's his responsibility to help United recover this season. So that is why. But they want Bernardo Silva, another Portuguese, to replace Bernardo as he reject the deal.
But Bernardo no go fit sign before the deadline. That be today. People make them not forget today be the deadline. So it's almost impossible for Bernardo Silva to leave Manchester City unless like they give some stupid amount of money to Manchester City. Yeah, at this point, So, and it also depends. So Bernardo Silva is Pep Guardiola's darling boy. Every City player, when you ask them, they say Bernardo Silva be Pep in darling boy. So for him to leave him, it will be a struggle. But they can do, but not before the deadline.
What is Al Hilal doing right that Al Nassr is failing to do? Look at the players they approach. I know Club World Cup is approaching, but before that, look at the kind of players, even the coach they've gotten. You get it? How is it possible that Al Hilal is getting the pool, they are getting everything, but Al Nassr is failing to get lucrative players to help my man, Ronaldo?
Look, let me be honest here. I know say Ronaldo fans will come at me, but let's be honest here. Al Hilal is the biggest team in Asia. They are the biggest team in Asia. They are like Real Madrid of Asia. So they have the pool already.
Is it Middle East or Asia, the entire Asia continent?
I'll say Asia. I'll say Asia. Middle is definitely them, but Asia is a bit debatable. But I think it's Asia at a whole. And Al Hilal, right? Like I was saying, they have the pool. Unlike Al Nassr, who, although they've won the leagues on few occasions, they are a bigger club. Al Hilal is a bigger club. They have the pool already. They were able to get Neymar. They were going for Messi as well. They were willing to pay Messi 400 million a year. You get it? So they have the money as well. That's the advantage they have over Al Nassr.
I don't say the consortium in Saudi. It's like a budget.
So like a pool of money
where the Gofi dash.
Yeah, but
so how is it possible that Al Hilal
is getting... get team? Like Al Hilal, right? They already have them money before the pool safe. You should not consider that one too. There are also rules in Saudi Arabia as well. Like the way La Liga, then they restrict player registration and all those things. It did Saudi Arabia as well. So the team like Al Hilal, they already get money before the fund go come them day compared to Al Nassr as well.
Okay. So check like Al Hilal is like Real Madrid and then Al Nassr is like Barcelona.
Oh nah, they beg. Please.
Please.
So we don't want to be in this comparison.
Well, that's it. But I think Kudus, one of Ghanaian man is also in the news.
Yes.
No Kudus.
Yes.
Arsenal is approaching Kudus, and Chelsea also needs Kudus. Which team do you think our brother should go for in England? I mean, England is obviously staying in England, whether staying at West Ham, moving to London. But what looking at how he plays and then the coaches at his disposal, which move do you think will help Mo Kudus?
Mohammed Kudus, he between 6 years, right? Between 6 years, he needs playing time. Where is he going to get a playing time? Is he going to get playing time at Chelsea?
Obviously.
No. Look at the players Chelsea design. You get Cole Palmer, right? Cole Palmer, you are bringing Estevao to play there. You already have Madueke. You don't know where Madueke will go. Or I know you guys want to sign to ship him out, but he's not gone yet. He's in your team. That notion that this guy could use the play everywhere is a lie. That thing is a myth. He doesn't play well everywhere. He doesn't.
Which areas does he feel at?
Does he feel? He come at Ajax. He proves the first 9 or he go fit play well.
Yes.
The right wing too. It depends on the situation, the way the team is playing. That will favor Mohammed Kudus. But if you play him there as like, if the system no the favor man, he go flop giddy. He not be the kind of right winger on his own. He could do everything. Nah, he can't. It's a system that will help him. As a number 10, Kudus. Look, sorry for Kudus fans. He's not creative enough. The guy does not create chances. He always had his head on the floor. Yeah. He doesn't raise his head up to find.
Scan and all that.
He doesn't. Okay, no, scan out is a bit. It's a bit of a reach. I don't want to go. Every midfielder knows how to scan. It depends on how well you scan. So it's about creating chances. You have to lift up your head. Look at Bruno Fernandes. He see the player in round, then Kudus no fit do that thing. So the number 10, no, he no fit play.
I know
so
it will be difficult for him to overtake Palmer from the number 10.
So Chelsea, no. Let's be honest.
They're talking about Chelsea playing in the Champions League this season.
Yeah.
Chelsea also needs squad depth. Let's not forget that. Look at how Man City used to form their teams.
Yeah.
They will get 2 very good players in every position. So even their bench is like an EPL winning side. I think that is the kind of team the Blues want to build. Yeah. So if they bring Kudus, it's not a sin that they need actually 2 very good players fighting for one position. That one thing that has been affecting them, it affected them very well last season was, if Palmer is not available, or Palmer is struggling, they'll get they struggle to actually get the goals from elsewhere. And this season, the defenders had to come in.
Yeah.
So they are not trying to bank all their hopes on Palmer if he's having a very bad day.
Yeah.
Teams are trying to find him out and all that. Kudus, one thing I know is that he's very press resistant. He can take the ball and run at defenders too. So there may be games that will obviously call for his services.
Yeah.
And Chelsea going to play more games this season. In the Champions League, you need Mohammed Kudus. But if looking at the analysis you've made, you would rather fancy him play at Arsenal, right?
I don't want him in either clubs.
You want him to stay at...
No. He should move away from there. I don't see Arsenal to Martin Odegaard. Okay, Mikel Arteta can rotate his team very well.
Mm-hmm.
But Mohammed Kudus as a number 10 playing as where Martin Odegaard is playing, will he flourish as a number 10 under Mikel Arteta? Mikel Arteta, he doesn't do too much of, although he will appreciate what Kudus brings to the table, that kind of running through the midfield, so being press resistant, he will appreciate it, but that's not how any of his players have been playing lately. On the right wing as well, although Saka needs backup, Saka will play a lot of minutes. Kudus, he needs playing time. Get it?
Yeah, sure. Victor Gyökeres.
Yeah, I see a Google post and he say poo.
Tension, almost by tension.
You make it talk.
Alaji for the ball.
Make it talk before they no sign out.
Ahila is still in the news for Gyökeres. Do you think your man will go United, or Hila has something
I think the guy, he be like 27, 28.
Yeah.
Thereabout. Yeah, so Man United wants him. If he's ambitious, he should go to Manchester United because it's an European team and it's also a big club. They can pay him good money. But Charlie, if he wants to earn a lot, he should go to Saudi Arabia because they need him right now. Victor Osimhen just rejected them. They need a striker right now to partner with Mitrovic as well.
Last one on Arsenal.
Yeah.
Benjamin Sesko, the striker's position.
Yeah.
Yildiz, the winger's position. And then they've signed Kepa Arrizabalaga. Kepa
Arrizabalaga.
Arrizabalaga. That's how they say him. So, I mean, that is the kind of signings that Arsenal looking for.
Making.
What do you think about these offers?
Kepa is a decent signing for Arsenal. David Raya is a very good keeper, but he needs a backup.
Exactly.
So Kepa for Arsenal is very good. I hear some people say he should go to a team where he will be able
get
to.
some to
Yeah,
play.
he'll be the number one. Mikel Arteta, remember the same way he signed David Raya to back up Ramsdale. He accepts the competition. He knows that when you prove yourself, he will allow you to play. So and they also have. He said another player as well.
Yildiz and
Okay, so they're interested in Kieran Yildiz. They don't have a proper left winger. Martinelli is in and out of the team. He gets injured when he comes. Sometimes he shows glimpses of what he can do. Sometimes to Charlie, some baller player. So it's a very good. Yildiz is Charlie. Let's say Del Piero region. So the guy, he did play ball. He too, he know dribbling as well. He did love shooting.
As
so
Chelsea back up from, and not the way he bashed me.
they bash you. He's a very good player.
But for the Kepa deal, it's like it's a good deal for us now. Well, Ojo Day, I think it's a good deal sake of, you know, if you are talking about the caps, Arsenal are not really doing well when it comes to the cup matches. And that is where Kepa is going to play. You get it? So if you're going to have a goalkeeper, he's currently the goalkeeper with the most penalty saves at Chelsea. Chelsea's record. One of the goalkeepers with most penalties. It's not even
cup matches.
Yeah, so in the cup matches, that if you look at Chelsea's run to the Europa League final what do you call it? Was it Poch? Their last Europa League final, who was that guy? Was it Sarri or so?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Kepa was there, right? Yeah. He was the one making most of the penalties. I remember the one against Frankfurt. So your man, when it comes to the penalties, he's there. He's going to do a lot of help for you. And when the games go into extra time and then penalties, he can help in there. You can call on him during the cup games. Matches. Yeah, so if going to Germany, Rafael Leao, AC Milan, stand to lose Rafael Leao to Bayern Munich.
Rafael Leao is one. He be someone serious player. You know they say he be on serious. Rafael Leao like. That one, look, it no be my problem. No, just play the ball. Charlie, play the ball. We know say you get potential. Just play the ball. What did he do? Charlie, he's an on and off player. So even Bayern getting him, although
Bayern stands to lose. Leroy Sané. So they need the player like.
Oh, okay. Yes. So for the left wing, Rafael Leao.
Yeah.
So Gnabry also leave.
I'm sure they are doing overhauling.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised by
But it's a good deal for both sides.
80 million release clause.
Really?
Yeah.
Charlie, AC Milan, they
Milan,
need
they
money.
need money.
So then
Italy,
Bayern
they
look
get
sharp
issue.
give them.
One day we can't talk about it. They get issues
Yeah,
for that.
then
The Chinese
money no be inside.
consortiums will come in. It be one issue we can talk about it. Yeah, the Champions League winners, of course. Zabani. PSG has approached Zabani
Of Bournemouth.
of Bournemouth. Yeah.
Oh, the guy, he's very good. I saw him. I've seen him playing with the Spain defender, Housen, right? Dean
Housen.
They've been a very good pair for Bournemouth this season. They almost qualified for Europe. They did so well. And some people were praising Dean Housen more than Zabani, but Zabani has also been a very good compliment for the player. So it's a good deal for PSG. Now, they have an aging Marquinhos, their captain. They need to get someone at least to come and understudy him for the time being. So Zabani going to PSG, Charlie, is a very good deal. They've already missed out on the Master Antonio guy. They don't have to miss out on this guy.
Bournemouth. It looks like after this transfer window, they are going to lose all their back four because we have Helsen has left.
Yeah,
Kepa to Arsenal. Now AC Milan wants Zabani. PSG wants Zabani. Now Milos Kekes. If you played FPL this season, I'm sure you got a lot of points from Milos Kekes. Your man also, they can go Liverpool. Play. I think they want either he's going to be a backup to Robertson or he's going to compete with Robertson for that position.
Robertson is also aging. So they need someone to come there. They don't really trust that Chimikas guy. No?
Costas Chimikas.
Yeah, Costas Chimikas. They don't really trust him, so they forget a backup for him. So Kekes, he has been one of the best left backs in the league this season. So they forget him. Then also Anthony Robertson. I don't know where he go right now, but Kekes is also a very good option for the team.
Last one. Brighton. I think during the 2022 World Cup, saw Morocco. And then there was this player. I used to watch him. The name it was a little bit difficult for me, so I was like, I'm number 8. No, you're good, pal.
Charlie, everyone
say, hey, I'm number 8. And I was expecting him to get a very good move.
At a point, I thought Barcelona were going for him.
And then all of a sudden, your man now he did play Panathinaikos, right?
Yeah,
I've heard that
he's on loan. He's on loan. Yeah.
Yes, and
so he's still with Marseille. He was on loan over there.
Now, Brighton. When I heard the news, I was happy that Brighton wants Onuahi. That be the name, my man, Onuahi. So Brighton, because these guys deal with metrics and stats, and if they see that this player has a high ceiling, the likelihood that if he performs, they're going to sell him to a bigger club is there. He's currently getting to that limit where he's going to get that potential that we saw that he's going to go. Because Brighton is a very good move for him, and if they do make it, what do you think about that approach and that offer?
Okay, yeah. So as Dean Una, he's a proper number 8. Brighton then get good scouts. Then they see the players very well. If he come there he could play very well under the new coach Fabian Hessler. That guy is a very experimental coach. He believes in total football a little bit, so it will help him very well. When he was at Marseille, the reason why he went to on loan was that this guy didn't really like him. De Zerbi. He didn't really like. I'm surprised De Zerbi didn't like him. But if it comes to Brighton, you do want this. But before we go in, I want to say something about the summer transfer window, right? That's opening that's ending today for the Club World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a criteria, like there's something that has to be said about the closing and also reopening of the transfer window. So today being 10th of June, right? 10th of June. So it closes at 7 p.m. For those going to the Club World Cup, it's exclusive to those going to the Club World Cup. So the transfer deadline for them, it's opened on the 1st of June and it will close today on the 10th of June, right? And it's at 7 p.m. It will reopen again on the 16th of June to September 1st, which will be the ending for every other club in Europe. But although it will open for those in the Club World Cup, they cannot register the players into the tournament. There's a window for them to register the players into the tournament as they go into the knockout stages, right? And that window is it's a 6-day window. So June 27th to July the 3rd, right? That's where the players that they've signed in that, as it go reopen, right? They can register them into the knockout stages of the tournament. So that's how FIFA has made this transfer for those going to the Club World Cup.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So this has been your transfer session with
Kelvin and
Andante.
Andante.
So we're going to see you one more time. Until then, we are out.
Yep.